BYD became one of the world's most powerful electric vehicle manufacturers by mastering batteries, electric motors, electronics, and mass production. Now the Chinese company wants to use those same capabilities to build something very different: humanoid robots. BYD Executive Vice President Stella Li says her goal is to place 2 or 3 humanoid robots inside every BYD showroom. The robots could greet customers, explain vehicle features, demonstrate technology, and make the buying experience more interactive. Li believes the necessary technology could become commercially available within the next 1 or 2 years. But the showroom is only the beginning. BYD is also developing robots for factories, service industries, and eventually homes. The company is even considering highly automated factories that could operate with minimal human presence. That puts BYD on a collision course with Tesla. For years, Tesla has argued that it should not be viewed simply as a car company. Elon Musk has repeatedly presented Tesla as an artificial intelligence and robotics company that happens to manufacture vehicles. Optimus, Tesla's humanoid robot, is central to that vision, but BYD's entry changes the competition. The next major fight between Tesla and China may not be about electric cars at all. It may be about which company can turn the automobile supply chain into a robot industry. Why BYD wants robots in showrooms. A humanoid robot inside a car dealership sounds like a publicity stunt, but from BYD's perspective, a showroom is an unusually practical place to begin. The environment is controlled. Floors are flat. Products are arranged predictably. The robot does not need to navigate a crowded construction site or an unfamiliar home. It can perform a limited number of repeatable tasks. It can welcome customers, answer common questions, point towards specific vehicles, explain charging features, and guide buyers through available configurations. The robot could also operate as a moving demonstration of BYD's engineering capabilities. Customers would not only see an electric car, they would see batteries, motors, sensors, software, artificial intelligence, and robotics working together in one physical machine. Stella Li has emphasized that robots would not eliminate the need for human salespeople. Buying a vehicle involves emotion, negotiation, trust, and personal preferences. A robot may explain a feature clearly, but it cannot necessarily replace the connection between a customer and an experienced employee. The more realistic strategy is to use robots as assistants. They could handle repetitive explanations while human employees focus on questions requiring judgment and personal attention. Showrooms would also provide BYD with valuable real-world testing. Engineers could study how customers react, which questions are difficult, where the robot becomes confused, and how reliably it operates throughout the day. That information would help improve future versions before robots move into less predictable environments. Why car companies are building humanoids. At first glance, a humanoid robot appears unrelated to an electric car, but the two products share more technology than many people realize. An electric vehicle needs batteries, electric motors, power electronics, cameras, sensors, processors, software, cooling systems, and advanced manufacturing. A humanoid robot needs almost the same categories of components. Its battery stores energy. Electric actuators move its arms, legs, hands, and joints. Cameras allow it to perceive its surroundings. Processors interpret visual information and coordinate movement. Software decides how the machine should respond. The physical design is different, but much of the industrial knowledge overlaps. This gives electric vehicle companies an advantage over ordinary software startups. A robotics startup may have excellent artificial intelligence but little experience producing complex machines at scale. A traditional automaker already understands factories, suppliers, quality control, logistics, safety testing, and cost reduction. BYD has an additional advantage because it produces many important components internally. The company began as a battery manufacturer before becoming a major vehicle producer. It developed expertise in battery chemistry, power semiconductors, electric drive systems, electronics, and automated manufacturing. Those capabilities can be redirected toward robotics. A robot must become cheaper, more reliable, and easier to manufacture before it can move from a laboratory demonstration into ordinary businesses. That transition is exactly where large industrial companies may be strongest. From car factories to dark factories. BYD's humanoid ambitions are not limited to customer-facing robots. The company also wants robots inside its manufacturing operations. Factories are one of the most obvious early markets for humanoid machines. Industrial robots already weld vehicle bodies, move components, apply paint, and perform other repetitive tasks. However, most conventional industrial robots are fixed in place and designed for one specific operation. A humanoid could theoretically move between workstations and use equipment originally designed for people. It could carry parts, inspect products, operate tools, or perform tasks that change from one production run to another. This flexibility is the central promise. Instead of rebuilding an entire production line around a specialized machine, a company could train a general-purpose robot to work inside an existing human environment. BYD has discussed the possibility of dark factories within approximately 3 to 5 years. A dark factory is an extremely automated facility that requires so few people that some areas could operate without normal lighting. The term does not necessarily mean every employee disappears. Maintenance, engineering, supervision, safety, and quality control may still require people, but the production floor could become far more automated than a conventional car plant. Humanoid robots would not be the only machines inside such a factory. They would work alongside robotic arms, automated transport vehicles, machine vision systems, and intelligent production software. The goal would be continuous manufacturing with fewer interruptions, lower labor requirements, and faster adaptation. Tesla's Optimus vision. Tesla recognized the connection between vehicles and humanoid robots earlier than most global automakers. The company revealed Optimus in 2021 and presented it as a general-purpose machine capable of performing dangerous, repetitive, or boring work. Tesla's long-term argument is that physical labor represents an enormous market. If a useful robot can perform tasks across factories, warehouses, offices, and homes, demand could eventually exceed demand for cars. Tesla believes its experience with electric vehicles gives it the necessary building blocks. The company designs batteries, motors, power systems, computer hardware, cameras, and artificial intelligence software. Its factories also provide controlled environments where robots can be tested internally before being offered to outside customers. Tesla has continued preparing production capacity for Optimus, although the timing and scale of commercial manufacturing remain uncertain. Humanoid robots are far harder to mass-produce than promotional demonstrations suggest. Walking across a stage is not the same as completing useful work for 8 hours. The robot must balance, recognize objects, manipulate tools, recover from mistakes, and operate safely around people. The hands may be the most difficult component. Human hands combine strength, sensitivity, flexibility, and extremely precise control. A useful humanoid robot must handle delicate objects without dropping or crushing them. It must also perform thousands of movements without frequent mechanical failure. Tesla may have a head start in public attention and development time, but it no longer has the field to itself. China's robotics ecosystem BYD is entering one of the most competitive robotics markets in the world. China already has a dense network of companies producing electric motors, actuators, sensors, batteries, gearboxes, cameras, and industrial robots. Many of these suppliers developed alongside the electric vehicle industry. That means Chinese humanoid manufacturers can access a large domestic component ecosystem. Companies such as Unitree and UBTech have already gained attention with walking robots, factory trials, public demonstrations, and increasingly capable humanoid platforms. Another Chinese electric vehicle manufacturer, Xpeng, is preparing to mass-produce its iron humanoid robot by the end of 2026. Xpeng plans to use its robots inside retail stores before expanding into broader commercial markets. Its chief executive has personally taken control of the robotics division, showing how strategically important the project has become. Xpeng also connects humanoids to a larger physical artificial intelligence strategy that includes autonomous vehicles, robotaxis, and flying cars. This is becoming a pattern. Chinese electric vehicle companies are no longer treating cars as their final product. They see the car as a platform that helped them develop batteries, motors, sensors, computing systems, factories, and artificial intelligence. Robots are the next platform. Why humanoid robots are still difficult. The investment is real, but the technology remains immature. Humanoid robots look impressive in carefully prepared demonstrations. Real commercial environments expose their weaknesses. Battery life is limited. Motors generate heat. Mechanical joints wear out. Hands struggle with unfamiliar objects. Software can become confused by unexpected movement, poor lighting, noise, or crowded spaces. A human worker can immediately adapt when a box is placed in the wrong location. A robot may stop completely. Reliability is especially important in factories. A machine that works 90% of the time may look successful during a short demonstration. On a production line, 10% failure would be unacceptable. Every interruption can delay other machines and reduce the output of the entire facility. Safety is another challenge. A humanoid robot is heavy, powerful, and designed to move near people. The software must prevent collisions and react correctly when someone suddenly steps into its path. Companies must also decide whether a humanoid is actually the most efficient design. Human-shaped robots are useful in spaces built for people, but specialized robots can be cheaper, faster, and more reliable for many tasks. A warehouse may benefit more from wheeled machines than from robots walking on two legs. A factory may prefer fixed robotic arms for repetitive assembly. Humanoids must prove that their flexibility justifies their complexity. The economics will decide the winner. The robotics race will not be won by the company producing the most impressive video. It will be won by the company that can deliver useful work at a competitive cost. Businesses will compare the robot's purchase price, maintenance cost, energy consumption, reliability, productivity, and expected lifetime. A robot that costs less than a worker but requires constant repairs may not save money. A more expensive robot could still be valuable if it operates continuously and performs several different tasks. Manufacturing scale will therefore matter enormously. Tesla and BYD both understand how to reduce costs through production volume. They negotiate with suppliers, redesign components, automate assembly, and spread development expenses across large numbers of units. China's broad manufacturing network could give BYD access to lower-cost components and faster supplier competition. Tesla may benefit from stronger artificial intelligence branding, accumulated robot development, and direct integration with its software systems. The winner may not be the company with the most human-looking machine. It may be the company that reaches acceptable performance at the lowest total cost. What this means for Tesla BYD has already challenged Tesla in electric vehicles through aggressive pricing, battery integration, rapid product development, and manufacturing scale. Humanoid robots could repeat the same pattern. Tesla creates a bold vision and attracts global attention. Chinese manufacturers then compete through faster industrialization, dense supplier networks, and lower production costs. However, BYD's success is not guaranteed. Building cars does not automatically solve robotics. The company must develop sophisticated artificial intelligence, reliable hands, safe movement, and useful software. It must also prove that showroom and factory robots create real economic value. But BYD does not need to defeat Optimus immediately. It only needs to establish a working platform, test it inside its own operations, and improve it through repetition. Its showrooms provide public testing environments. Its factories provide industrial testing environments. Its dealer network could eventually become a sales and service network for robots. That combination is powerful. My take. My take is that BYD's showroom plan matters, because it reveals how the company intends to enter robotics gradually. It is not beginning with the impossible promise of a robot that can perform every household task. It is starting with controlled environments, where the machine can provide limited but visible value. From showrooms, the robot can move into factories. From factories, it may eventually move into services and homes. Tesla is following a similar path by testing Optimus inside its own industrial operations. The difference is that China now has an entire ecosystem trying to commercialize humanoids at the same time. BYD, Xpeng, Unitree, UBTech, and many component suppliers are competing, learning, and reducing costs. That could accelerate development faster than any single company expects. The electric vehicle race proved that China can turn an emerging technology into a massive manufacturing industry. Humanoid robots may be the next test. So what do you think? Will BYD become a serious competitor to Tesla in humanoid robotics? Or are showroom robots still more marketing than useful technology? Let me know your view in the comments. And subscribe to Eastern Engine for more grounded coverage of the factories, machines, batteries, and engineering decisions reshaping the global economy. Because BYD may still be known for electric cars today, but its next major product might walk into the showroom on two legs.